Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer bringing you a quick tips and tricks video. So the challenge with bringing like any kind of tip and trick video, especially in June, is finding things that you guys don't already know, right? The basics are down, everyone has that. So bear with me, I will do my very best, and let's get this thing started. The first tip and trick isn't really much of a tip or trick at all. There was some confusion around there. I had said that with an SMG it tends to aim faster. I have a little harder time staying on target, and I might want to lower my sensitivity. And one of my subscribers wrote me and said, Woody, that's not actually true. The SMGs and the assault rifles, they move at the same rate. So I thought, this would be a good opportunity to test it. Let's give it a shot. The first thing we're going to do is from the hip, test how quickly these things spin. Now I've taken it and matched them up, and frame by frame in slow-mo, we'll take a look. Now you can go back and play that again if you like, but I'll tell you what it was. They were exactly the same. This wasn't the result that I expected, so I thought, maybe it's just with aim down sights that there's a difference. Let's go to another target, aim down sight, spin around, and see if they actually spin at the same rate, SMG and assault rifle. So again, I've looked at that frame by frame, I lined it up the best I could, and the SMG and the assault rifles aim at the same pace. Whether you're firing from the hip or whether you're firing from aim down sights, they move at the same rate. Now, I don't know why I feel so jumpy with the SMGs as compared to the assault rifles. Maybe it's because I tend to run iron sights. I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely not the game. The rate at which they move is the same. Now, for some other guns, it's different. I think the pistol moves faster, although now I question myself. I know the sniper aims slower, right? Obviously, you can hardly even stay on target if a guy's moving with a sniper rifle unless you up your sensitivity. But the SMG and the assault rifle are the same. Prove that out. Let's take a look at our next idea. Now the next tip is about jumping through windows. It's actually something I mentioned in another video, but since about 300,000 of you are new to the channel compared to that video, then I thought I'd show it one more time. And the deal is this: if you jump through a window, then there's this kind of grunting sound and an animation where, the guy kind of puts his gun away and climbs through the window and comes out on the other side. It slows you down and it gives away your position if like in a competitive environment where guys are really sound whoring that intensely. The other option is to sprint and then jump and then crouch in midair. And kind of just like real life, if you crouch in midair, do kind of, put yourself up in a ball, you can fly through the window and then run out on the other side. Not only is it faster, not only does it get you out of cover quicker than it was, but you avoid that sound. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Now I line these up so that as he enters the window, they're in the exact same spot. And on the left, I jump and crouch, and on the right, I do that climbing animation. Now, you can't hear the noise, but look at where I am on the steps. Look how much further I've gotten when I do the jump and crouch move compared to when I climb it slowly. So thought I'd hand that out. It's a nice way to jump through windows. I do it almost every time, and it's gotten to the point where I can hit it, 90%, 95% of the time, and not make a mistake. Now, it's possible to be even worse than the climbing animation when you first get started, but it's a good investment. It's a better way to make your way through the window, so I thought I'd share that with you. 2 more tips. Next comes up a ladder tip that came from a subscriber. So if you knife as you enter the ladder, you can avoid this animation at the top of your screen. What the guy kind of does is maybe, put his gun on his side or hang it from his sling. And then when he gets to the top of the stairs, he pulls it out, throws it on his hand before you can do anything else. If you knife as you head into that ladder, then you skip that animation. And at the top, you can pull out your gun a whole lot faster. Let's take a look at it in slow motion. Okay, here we go. So you might notice a little unequal beforehand, but I make it so that I enter the ladder at the same time. On the left, I knifed. It's easy to do. And then on the top, watch what happens. I aim down sights immediately on the left, and on the right, there's this sort of like getting your gun ready animation that I was able to skip. All right, at this point, you might be thinking to yourself, Woody, that was great. I didn't know those things, and this is fantastic. I appreciate your help. What else do you have for me? And that's when the in real life tips come out. When you get pistachios and they're really difficult to open, right? 80% of them, 90% of them, piece of cake. But some of them, they just have one tiny little crack in there, and it's a challenge. Well, here's what you do. Okay, so this pistachio here clearly represents a challenge. There's really not much you can do with it. So what do? Grab a regular pistachio. Use this shell as a tool. Wedge that guy in there. Piece of cake. Now you have a delightful nut to enjoy. So at this point, you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, that is quite a beard. But no, no, no. Focus on the pistachios, my friends. Focus on the pistachios. I have next level tricks. I have MLG level pistachio tricks. Let's say you get pistachios that don't open at all. All right, with a pistachio like that, don't waste your time. Don't get out the nutcracker. Don't kill yourself. Don't break your fingernails trying to get it open. Instead, what you do is you collect those. You collect those really frustrating, impossible pistachios and put them in a bag. And once you have, say, a quarter pound of inedible pistachios that there's nothing to do with, you give them to someone you don't like. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a like and a favorite, and have a nice day. One final note, I actually have a lot more videos like this one. I think it's actually the 14th or 15th in this series. And if you enjoy Call of Duty tips and tricks and little things that help you play better, then click on the annotation on the screen. There's a whole bunch more videos that I think you'd like too.